chosen ones, why you may feel so tired all time. Listen carefully, because if you ignore this, you may miss a truth that could change how you see your life forever. And I do not want you to walk away from what I am revealing to you right now. You feel tired not because you are weak, but because you are carrying more than others can even understand, and this weight has been placed on you for a purpose that is bigger than your present moment. I see every quiet struggle, every hidden tear, and every moment you push forward when your body and mind beg you to stop, and I am telling you there is a reason behind it. This is not ordinary exhaustion. This is the strain of transformation, the pressure of becoming who I have called you to be. Stay with this, because what you are about to understand will lift confusion from your heart and replace it with clarity and peace. Type Amen if you agree. You wake up feeling heavy, even after rest, and you wonder why your energy disappears so quickly. But I am telling you, this is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that something deep within you is shifting. Your spirit is stretching beyond what your flesh is used to handling, and that process creates a kind of tiredness that cannot be solved by sleep alone. There are battles you are fighting that are not visible to others, and because they are unseen, people around you cannot understand why you feel drained. I am with you in those moments when you sit quietly, trying to gather strength, and I want you to know you are not losing, you are growing. Every ounce of fatigue carries evidence that you are moving through something that will shape your future in ways you cannot yet fully see. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment and like this video as a sign that you are ready to receive what is meant for you. You have been pushing through situations that required more patience, more faith, and more endurance than most people ever need to give, and your body is reacting to that constant pressure. When you feel tired for no clear reason, it is often because your soul has been working harder than your physical strength can measure. I am guiding you through changes that demand your attention, your sensitivity, and your awareness. And all of that takes energy that you do not always realize you are using. You are learning to carry wisdom, to handle emotions, and to stand firm when everything around you feels uncertain, and that is not a light task. This is why your tiredness feels deeper, because it is not just physical, it is spiritual and emotional at the same time. There are moments when you feel like withdrawing, like stepping away from everything, and that is not a weakness, it is your spirit asking for restoration. I created you with the need to pause, to breathe, and to reconnect with me, and when you ignore that need, your tiredness becomes heavier. I am not asking you to run endlessly without rest. I am calling you to find balance between movement and stillness. In the quiet, I renew you, and in my presence, your strength is rebuilt piece by piece. When you sit with me, even for a short time, something inside you begins to reset, and the weight you carry becomes lighter. You have also been feeling tired because you care deeply, and that kind of heart carries burdens that others easily ignore. You think about people, you feel their pain, and you try to hold everything together, even when no one asks you to, and that constant giving drains your energy. I see how much you pour into others, and I see how little you sometimes receive in return, and I am not blind to that imbalance. Your compassion is a gift, but it must be protected, because if you give without boundaries, you will always feel empty. I am teaching you to care without losing yourself, to love without draining your own strength, and that lesson takes time. There is another reason you feel this way, and it is because you are breaking patterns that have been in your life for a long time. Change requires energy, even when it is positive, and your body feels that shift as a kind of tiredness that you cannot easily explain. You are not the same person you were before, And becoming someone new always comes with discomfort. I am removing old habits, old thoughts, and old ways of seeing yourself, and that process can feel overwhelming at times. But every step you take away from what was holding you back brings you closer to the life I have prepared for you. Sometimes you think something is wrong with you, but I am telling you clearly, nothing is wrong with you. Something is changing within you. Your tiredness is not a punishment, it is a signal that you are in the middle of growth. When you feel like stopping, remember that even growth needs moments of rest, and resting does not mean quitting. I am shaping you carefully, and I am not rushing what needs time to become strong. Trust that this phase has meaning, even when it feels difficult to understand. Type 1111 if you believe. I am also protecting you in ways you do not always notice, and sometimes that protection looks like slowing you down when you want to move faster. Your tiredness can be a shield, keeping you from situations that would harm you or distract you from your purpose. When you feel unable to keep up with everything, it is often because I am guiding you away from what is not meant for you. You do not need to be everywhere, and you do not need to do everything, even if it feels like you should. I am teaching you to focus on what truly matters, and that clarity will bring you peace. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are chosen, and that means your journey will not always look easy or light, but it will always have purpose. The weight you feel today is not permanent, and the tiredness you carry will not last forever. I am strengthening you through this season, preparing you for moments where your strength will be needed in ways you cannot yet imagine. But I know the difference, and I see that what you feel goes deeper than simple exhaustion. It is the result of constant inner work, the kind that happens quietly, without applause, without recognition. You are not just living, you are transforming, and that transformation requires more from you than you expected. There are thoughts you wrestle with, decisions you carry alone, and emotions you process in silence, and all of that takes energy from your being. Even when you sit still, your spirit is active, sorting through things, learning, adjusting, and trying to understand what I am doing in your life. This is why rest sometimes feels incomplete, because your inner world has been working even when your body is still. You are growing in awareness, and awareness brings responsibility, and responsibility can feel heavy when you are still learning how to hold it. But I am not leaving you to figure it out on your own. I am guiding you through every step, even when you do not feel it clearly. Type 222 to claim miracles. You have also been letting go of things that once defined you, and letting go is not easy, even when it is necessary. Old attachments, old expectations, and even old identities do not release without a struggle, and that struggle drains your strength. You may not always notice it, but every time you choose growth over comfort, you are using energy that your body must later recover. This is why some days feel heavier than others, because you have made choices that move you forward, even when it felt uncomfortable. I see those choices, and I honor them, because they are shaping your path in ways that will soon become clear. There is a quiet battle inside you between who you used to be and who you are becoming, and that tension creates fatigue that is hard to explain. You are stepping into a new level of understanding, and that requires you to release what no longer fits your future. This process is not smooth, and it is not instant. It takes time and patience. Your tiredness is not a sign that you should turn back. It is a sign that you are moving forward through something real. Stay steady, because every step you take is bringing you closer to alignment with what I have prepared for you. You also feel tired because you have been trying to be strong for too long without allowing yourself to be held. You carry your responsibilities with courage, but you forget that you were never meant to carry everything alone. I am here to share that weight with you, but you must be willing to release some of it into my hands. When you keep everything inside, your strength begins to wear down, and your spirit starts asking for relief. Let yourself rest in me, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, because that is where true renewal begins. There are moments when your heart feels heavy for no clear reason, and that weight adds to your exhaustion. You feel things deeply, and that depth is part of your calling, but it also means you experience life more intensely than others. You notice what others overlook, and you carry feelings that others ignore, and that sensitivity requires careful care. I am teaching you how to manage that depth without letting it overwhelm you. You are not meant to shut it down, but you are meant to learn how to carry it with balance. Type yes to receive miracles. Sometimes your tiredness is also connected to waiting, and waiting can drain your energy more than action. You have been hoping, trusting, and believing for things that have not yet appeared, and that space between promise and fulfillment can feel exhausting. You begin to question, to wonder, and to feel uncertain, and that emotional strain adds to your fatigue. But I want you to understand that waiting is not empty, it is active, even when it feels still. I am working behind the scenes, aligning things that you cannot yet see, and your patience is part of that process. You are also being refined, and refinement is not a gentle process, even when it leads to something beautiful. I am shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and deepening your understanding, and that work takes energy from your being. You may not always recognize the progress you are making, but it is happening, even in your tired moments. Every challenge you face is adding something to you, even when it feels like it is taking something away. Trust that nothing you are going through is wasted, and nothing you feel is without purpose. There are days when you wonder if you will ever feel fully energized again, and I want to reassure you that this season is not permanent. This is a phase, not your final state, and it will pass as you move into greater clarity and strength. Your body will recover, your mind will settle, and your spirit will feel lighter as you align more deeply with me. You are not stuck, even if it feels that way right now. You are in motion, even when that motion feels slow and heavy. You have been giving more than you receive, and that imbalance has contributed to your tiredness as well. You show up for others, you listen, you support, and you care, but you do not always receive the same level of care in return. This does not mean you should stop being who you are, but it does mean you need to protect your energy. I am guiding you to set boundaries, to recognize your limits, and to honor your own needs. You cannot pour endlessly without refilling, and I am inviting you to come to me for that renewal. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. Your tiredness is also a sign that you are not meant to live the same way you used to. You are being called into a different rhythm, one that includes rest, reflection, and deeper connection with me. The old pace no longer fits who you are becoming, and your body is responding to that shift. Pay attention to what you need, and do not ignore the signals I am giving you. I am leading you into a life that is not only purposeful, but also sustainable. You are not behind, and you are not failing, even when your energy feels low. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment, learning what you need to learn and becoming who you are meant to be. I am not rushing you, and you do not need to rush yourself. Give yourself permission to move at the pace that allows you to grow without breaking. I am patient with you, and I ask you to be patient with yourself as well. The tiredness you feel is not the end of your strength, it is the beginning of a deeper kind of strength that comes from within. It is not based on constant motion, but on steady alignment with me. As you learn to rest in me, your energy will begin to return in a way that feels different, more stable, and more peaceful. This is not happening without reason, and I want you to see it clearly now. Your spirit is becoming more alert, more aware, and more connected to things beyond what your eyes can see. That awareness does not always feel peaceful at first. It often feels like restlessness, like something inside you is being stirred. But what you are feeling is not confusion, it is awakening, and awakening always comes with a cost before it brings clarity. You have been sensing changes that you cannot fully explain, and that uncertainty drains your energy more than you realize. When your spirit begins to recognize that your life is shifting, it starts preparing you, even before your mind understands what is happening. That preparation can feel like pressure, like a constant weight that does not go away. I am allowing you to feel this because it is guiding you, not harming you. You are being led into a deeper place of purpose, and that path requires you to become more sensitive, more aware, and more grounded in me. Type 1010 to receive blessings. You are also tired because you have been resisting rest, thinking that you must keep moving to prove your strength. But strength is not only shown in movement, it is also shown in stillness. When you slow down, when you pause, when you allow yourself to breathe, you are not falling behind, you are aligning yourself with what I am doing. I do not measure your worth by how much you do, but by how closely you walk with me. When you understand this, your relationship with rest will begin to change, and your energy will start to return in a healthier way. There are parts of your life that no longer match who you are becoming, and your tiredness is a sign that you cannot keep living in those same patterns. You have outgrown certain environments, certain conversations, and even certain expectations, but you have not fully stepped away yet. That tension between staying and moving forward is exhausting you. I am gently pulling you away from what drains you, but you must be willing to follow. When you release what no longer belongs in your life, you will feel a shift in your energy that you have been longing for. Your body is speaking to you, and it is asking for attention, for care, and for honesty. You cannot ignore what you feel and expect to remain strong. When you listen to your body, when you respect its limits, you are honoring the life I have given you. There is no shame in needing rest, and there is no weakness in admitting that you are tired. In fact, it is in that honesty that true healing begins. I am not disappointed in your tiredness. I am using it to draw you closer to me. Sometimes your tiredness comes from carrying expectations that were never meant for you. You try to meet standards that others have placed on you, and you forget to ask what I am asking from you. When you live according to expectations that do not align with your purpose, your energy is constantly drained. I am calling you to release those pressures and to focus on what truly matters. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone, because your identity is already secure in me. When you begin to live from that truth, your strength will no longer feel so fragile. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There is also a quiet healing taking place inside you, and healing often brings a kind of tiredness that feels heavy but necessary. Old wounds, old fears, and old memories are being brought to the surface, not to harm you, but to be released. That process requires emotional energy, and it can leave you feeling drained without a clear reason. But every time something within you is healed, you are becoming lighter, even if you do not feel it immediately. I am restoring parts of you that have been neglected for too long, and that restoration takes time. You have been trying to hold everything together, to keep everything stable, and to make sure nothing falls apart. But you were never meant to control everything, and that constant effort is exhausting you. I am asking you to trust me with what you cannot control, to release what is not yours to carry. When you let go, you will feel a shift in your spirit, a sense of relief that you have been missing. You do not need to carry the world on your shoulders, because I am already holding it. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Your tiredness is also connected to the fact that you have been growing in faith, even when it felt difficult. Faith is not always easy, and it often requires you to stand firm when everything around you feels uncertain. That kind of strength does not come without effort, and that effort can leave you feeling worn out. But I see your faith, even when it feels small to you, and I am strengthening it with every step you take. You are not standing alone, even when it feels that way. There are moments when you feel like you cannot go on, like you have reached your limit, and that feeling scares you. But I want you to understand that your limit is not the end. It is the place where my strength begins to take over. When you feel weak, you are being invited to lean on me in a deeper way. I am not asking you to be strong on your own. I am asking you to trust in my strength. When you do, you will find a kind of energy that does not depend on your circumstances. You are not losing yourself in this process. You are finding who you truly are. The tiredness you feel is part of that discovery, part of that journey. You are shedding what no longer fits, and you are stepping into something new. That transition is not always smooth, but it is necessary. I am with you in every moment of it, guiding you, strengthening you, and reminding you that you are not alone. There is a future ahead of you where this tiredness will no longer define your days. You will look back and understand why you felt the way you did, and you will see how it all connected to your growth. But for now, I am asking you to trust me in the middle of it, even when it feels unclear. You do not need to have all the answers, you only need to stay close to me. I will lead you through this, and I will bring you into a place of peace that you have been longing for. Before, you moved without questioning, pushing through everything, ignoring the signals your body and spirit were giving you. Now you feel everything more deeply, and that sensitivity changes how your energy moves within you. This is not a loss of strength, it is the beginning of wisdom, learning to guide your strength. You are noticing what no longer feels right, what no longer fits, and what no longer brings peace to your heart. That awareness is powerful, but it also creates a kind of discomfort that can feel like tiredness. You are adjusting your life from the inside out, and that adjustment requires patience and energy. You cannot rush this process because it is shaping the foundation of who you are becoming. I am not asking you to ignore what you feel. I am asking you to listen to it and trust that it is leading you somewhere meaningful. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You have also been holding back your true self in certain situations, trying to fit into places where you no longer belong. That effort of shrinking yourself, of staying quiet when you should speak, of pretending when you feel something different, drains your energy deeply. You were not created to live in constant adjustment to others. You were created to live in truth. When you begin to live honestly, even if it feels uncomfortable at first, you will notice your energy returning. There is strength in being real, and there is peace in being aligned with who you truly are. Your tiredness is also connected to the emotional weight you have been carrying for a long time. There are things you have not fully released, feelings you have not fully expressed, and burdens you have been holding silently. Even when you try to move forward, those unresolved pieces stay within you, quietly using your energy. I am bringing those things to your attention now, not to overwhelm you, but to free you. When you allow yourself to face what you have been avoiding, you begin to release the weight that has been holding you down. There are moments when you feel like you want to escape, to step away from everything, and to just be alone. That desire is not wrong. It is your spirit asking for space to breathe. In that space, I meet you, I restore you, and I remind you of who you are. You do not need to feel guilty for needing time alone, because it is in those moments that you reconnect with your strength. I am not far from you when you step away. I am closer than ever, waiting for you to rest in my presence. Sometimes you feel tired because you have been trying to understand everything, to make sense of every situation, and to find answers for every question. But not everything is meant to be understood right away, and that constant searching can exhaust your mind. I am asking you to trust me, even when you do not have all the answers. When you release the need to control every outcome, you create space for peace to enter your life. You do not need to figure everything out. You only need to trust the one who already sees the full picture. Type yes to receive miracles. There is also a quiet shift happening in your priorities, and that shift can feel unsettling at first. Things that once excited you no longer hold the same meaning, and things you once ignored are now calling for your attention. This change is not random, it is part of your growth. I am redirecting your focus toward what truly matters and away from what was only temporary. As your priorities change, your energy begins to realign, and you will feel a new kind of strength emerging within you. You have been carrying expectations of how your life should look by now, and when reality does not match those expectations, it creates frustration and exhaustion. I want you to release those timelines, because your path is not meant to follow what others expect. I am leading you in a way that is unique to you, and that path requires trust. When you stop comparing your journey to others, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure. Your life is unfolding in its own time, and that timing is not a mistake. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness. Verified by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. Your tiredness is also a result of giving your attention to too many things at once. Your energy is being divided, pulled in different directions, and that leaves you feeling drained. I am calling you to simplify, to focus, and to choose what truly deserves your attention. Not everything requires your energy, and not everything deserves your time. When you begin to focus on what matters most, you will notice a shift in your strength. There are moments when you feel disconnected, like something is missing, and that feeling adds to your exhaustion. That disconnection is often a sign that you need to return to me, to reconnect with the source of your strength. When you spend time with me, even in silence, your spirit begins to settle. You do not need complicated words or long efforts. You only need to be present. In that presence, I restore what has been drained. You are also learning to release control, and that lesson is not easy. You have been used to holding everything together, making sure everything works out, and trying to prevent things from going wrong. But that constant effort has taken a toll on you, and your tiredness is showing you that it is time to let go. I am asking you to trust me with what you cannot control, to believe that I am working even when you cannot see it. When you release that pressure, your spirit will begin to feel lighter. There are parts of you that are still healing, and healing requires rest. You cannot rush it, and you cannot force it. You can only allow it to happen. I am working within you, restoring what has been broken, strengthening what has been weak, and bringing peace to what has been troubled. That work is happening even when you do not feel it, and it requires energy from your being. Be patient with yourself, because healing is not a quick process, it is a journey. You are not alone in this, even when it feels like no one understands what you are going through. I understand, I see, and I am with you in every moment of your tiredness. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to stay close to me. When you feel weak, come to me. When you feel lost, come to me. And when you feel tired, rest in me. I will carry you through this, and I will give you the strength you need. When you feel this kind of tiredness, it is often because you have been neglecting your own inner needs while focusing on everything around you. You listen to others, you respond to situations, you handle responsibilities, but you rarely stop and ask yourself what you truly need. That silence toward your own heart creates a gap, and that gap slowly drains your energy. I am calling you to return inward, to listen, to acknowledge what you feel, and to give yourself the care you freely give to others. When you begin to do that, you will notice a shift that brings both relief and strength. Type 777 if you trust God. There is also a weight you carry that comes from trying to stay strong for everyone, even when you are breaking inside. You have learned to hide your struggles, to smile when you feel heavy, and to keep moving when you want to stop. That constant effort of holding everything together is exhausting, and it is not what I asked of you. I never asked you to pretend. I asked you to be real, to come to me as you are, without fear. When you allow yourself to be honest about your tiredness, you open the door for true healing to begin. You have been feeling tired because you are stepping into a new level of responsibility, one that requires more awareness and more care than before. This is not about doing more, it is about becoming more, and becoming always asks something from you. You are learning to handle situations with wisdom instead of reaction, to choose peace instead of conflict, and to walk in faith instead of fear. That shift is powerful, but it also requires energy as you adjust to this new way of living. I am strengthening you for this, even when it feels like you are being stretched beyond your comfort. There are days when you feel like you have lost your spark, like the energy you once had is no longer there, and that thought troubles you deeply. But what you are experiencing is not a loss, it is a transition. The energy you once had was based on pushing, on forcing, on trying to keep up with everything, but now I am teaching you a different kind of strength. This new strength is quieter, steadier, and more connected to me, and it does not rely on constant effort. It may feel unfamiliar, but it will carry you further than anything you have known before. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. Your tiredness is also connected to the fact that you are becoming more selective with your energy, even if you do not fully realize it yet. Things that once excited you now feel draining, and places that once felt comfortable now feel heavy. This is not confusion, it is clarity beginning to form within you. I am showing you what aligns with your purpose and what does not, and your body is responding to that truth. When you honor that awareness, instead of ignoring it, you will begin to feel lighter,